I wanted to talk very briefly about bills and the introduction of them by congressmen and senators. Anyone in Congress or in the Senate can introduce a bill about literally anything. The introduction of a bill does not mean that it's going to become law, but what it does show essentially is an attempt at proposing a solution towards a problem by way of legislation. But when it comes to the Congressional Black Caucus, they never introduce bills that actually create solutions to problems that the black community face. No. Instead, they introduce symbolic nonsense in an attempt to appeal to the emotions of black Americans in the hopes that they will continue to vote blue no matter who. Now, recently I discussed Jim Clyburn introducing his nonsensical bill, H.R. 301, which is a bill that would make the song Lift Every Voice and Sing, also known as the Black National Anthem, America's national hymn. Now, I can't say that this is much worse, but what I can say is that this next bill I'm going to quickly discuss is just as useless. And that's Jamaal Bowman and Cory Booker's African American History Act, where if passed will deliver $10 million over a 5-year period to the African American Museum of Natural History and Culture in order to tell black history the right way. Now, Lord knows if it's left up to these two to fund African American history to be told the right way, Barack Obama will be put on the same pedestal as Martin Luther King, and Kamala Harris will be placed right up there with Ruby Bridges and Rosa Parks. Now, in this video I'm going to play for you, it's about 2 minutes and 45 seconds long, but I'm not going to torture you by playing the whole thing. We'll just do about a minute or a little bit over a minute's worth of it, and then we'll get back to the discussion.
Hi everyone, and happy Black History Month. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Senator Cory Booker, hailing from the great state of New Jersey.
And my name is Congressman Jamaal Bowman, and I have the honor of representing New York's 16th Congressional District. I'm here with my man, Senator Cory Booker, today to explain our brand new bill, the African American History Act, that will help us tell the truth about our history.
Amen. I am so proud of this work. It's going to invest over $10 million over 5 years in the National Museum of African American History and Culture to support African American history education programs that are voluntarily available for students, for educators, for all.
So we live in a multiracial democracy, as we know, and that ensures that we have social, economic, and political rights for everyone across the country. The United States requires reconciling with American history and America's original sin of slavery.
And it's deeper than that, this idea of loving your neighbor. You can't love someone unless you know their history, which is our history. And so this is all about reconciliation. It's about bringing our nation together, recognizing the worth and the beauty of all of our people. And I'm excited about this legislation because it's going to really dedicate our resources towards this kind of experience, this truth-telling. This bill is going to make that happen.
Listen, if these people actually cared about the black community, they would be introducing bills that would, for example, put in place programs in high schools where you can learn a trade like plumbing or an electrician, to which upon graduation, you'll not only leave with your diploma, but your certificate of completion of the plumbing or electrician program, to which you could then at 18 years old enter straight into the workforce with a useful skill that can possibly net you up to $56,900 a year, straight out of high school. If these people wanted to at least pretend to be somewhat serious, they would be introducing bills like that. But they're not serious at all when it comes to the black community. This is why they introduce nonsense bills like making Lift Every Voice and Sing a national hymn, or putting a minimal amount of money into a Black History Museum just so they can prop up Barack Obama next to Malcolm X. This is ridiculous. But what's even more ridiculous is that we continue to vote for this. So at a certain point, you gotta ask the question, who's really at fault here? Is it the slimy, disrespectful politicians like Jim Clyburn, Jamaal Bowman, and Cory Booker? Or is it the people who keep voting them into office just to get disrespected in return? That's the question.